Many of these athletes, black men that are athletes, I remember saying in my previous videos how when you look at black athletes, right? Black men athletes, right? The first thing they do when they get on, their motivation and goal is to get their mother a house. When you look at white male athletes, that's not their goal. You know why it's not their goal? Because their mother already have a house with their father. Their mother, the mother already has a house. The father already has a house. They're not looking to buy their mother a house or anything. If anything, when they get on, they may buy their father, a Corvette or something. A car that his father always wanted, but couldn't get it because he was too busy taking care of the home, taking care of the house. So they usually do things like that. Send their send their parents on an expensive trip somewhere that they always wanted to go, but never a house. It's always something. Athletes, rappers, when they get on, they buy their mother a house. It should be the other way around, passing things down. But here's the messed up part about it. Whenever the sons become a success in anything they do, it's not because of them. It's not because of them. It's because of something their father may have instilled in. This boxer right here by the name of Stephen Fulton, I posted this in the Patreon a few days ago. He said that his father is what got him into boxing. But look what he said when it comes to him taking a loss and how it affected him and why it affected him.
So I'm in Houston at the time. I had a crib out there, so I'm in Houston at the time, man. You know, my sister was crying about it, whatever the case may be. Then they like, mommy called us, right? Like in the midst of it happening. Like I wasn't out. Like I wasn't, the fight wasn't over yet, but in the midst of me getting dropped the first time, she called my sisters and said, damn, they go my house.
Oh, I read about
yeah,
that.
so that one cut me deep because like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I cried about that. And plenty times I felt like I hated her, but I know I didn't.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
It is.
You got to be very low down to say something like that. And the sisters couldn't wait to tell him. There go my house. What do you mean, there go your house? You did nothing to get a house. Oh, you want to hear what she was about in his youth? And this, I'm telling y'all, this is normal. This is the normal upbringing of a black boy growing up and end up being a success. It's not because of the mother. A lot of times these mothers were, out there for the streets, getting taken on tizzy tours, doing drugs. And speaking of drugs, what was his mother doing when he was growing up?
That's something to say.
Raising you and your sister, right? Your sister,
Yeah, my older sister.
your older sister, she pretty much played a mother role, right?
She had to at a young age.
Cause mom, she dealing with an active drug addiction. It's crazy. It took me back to my childhood because I seen a quote from your sister saying that y'all would be playing cards or spades or whatever, and your mama just dip and leave, and then come back like nothing happened. She was like, I know what she was doing.
You could see it.
You could see it?
Yeah.
Whole demeanor change?
Like I was in the basement one time, and my mom is like the person where she like. When we speak of like being from North, like anybody come in the house, we got men in the house, but nobody's like sexually active, being sexually active when they come in the house, but they just running in and out. Like it's like a block mom. Anybody could come up and chill in the house, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, I forgot how old I was, but I was, I've always been a small guy. Like I was 4'9" in ninth grade. So I'm small as hell. I don't know how old I was, but in the basement, my mom had this guy come over, like he used to be chill, but we know him, like he's from around the hood and everything. And he had a plate, and it was under the, you know how you got the little sofas that pull out into a bed? It was one of them in the basement. You know, I got skates. I play in the basement by myself, skating and everything by myself. But it wasn't like a fixed basement with like where you got the sheetrock all walled and everything. And I went under the couch. I don't know if something fell under there or what made me go under there. I think I was just being curious. It was a plate full of like crack and stuff with
Chopped
the
up.
what's it called?
Razor.
The blade, yeah, the
Yeah,
razor,
yeah.
nice little bag. So I wasn't fully aware of what it was, but I knew what it was. But it was like before I actually played it, I just grabbed it and I took it upstairs to my mom. I gave it to her because I used to see like the little cut up straws and stuff on the table. And I used to like, I remember the habits. I remember like the things that she would do, like this with her hand. And there used to be like bear on a table. They play cards. They do all those type of things.
I want you to see what was the difference between him interacting with his mother as a child opposed to him and his father. Listen to this.
Yeah, so
I think we all probably did that a couple of times. Yeah.
yeah, so
But
I was searching for it.
You chose to be a Muslim?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Like, what was it about that versus the way your mother raised you?
Because my mom never like really took me to church and things like that. I had to run away from my mom for her to send me with my father's sister, which is my aunt. And then I started going to church with them. I was in all, like every Saturday, what do they call it, the Sabbath or something like that? I was doing all those type of things. So that's how that came about. But when my father came home, you know, I always took to my father. So it was like, I can't wait till my dad come. My dad came home, he picked me, he got me in boxing. Then after that, we was at the mosque and everything. So, you know, he was trying to get me back on course of the religion thing. I had took classes and stuff like that.
You feel like that helps you though, just in terms of life, things you've dealt with in the past, the peace you know, do you feel like it gives you peace, real
With
peace?
my father?
No, your faith, being a Muslim.
I
Like,
feel
can you
like-
say you feel peace being a Muslim?
I feel like I can, but then I also have my girl who's Christian. So, you know, she gives me insight from, you know, the Christian way as well. But it's like I understand that way because that's how I was raised, you know what I'm saying? You can't fight how you was raised. You can try to better it, but you know, sometimes you may still pull some things from where you know, how you was raised or where you from. So that, I feel like, I don't know, man.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah, it
That's
is,
interesting.
right?
So here's the messed up part about this. His mother, he grew up, his mother having guys running in and out of the house, fiends running in and out of the house. He's in a basement playing by himself. He's finding plates of cracks with razors on them. And when his father comes home, that's when he's able to find some peace. The father taught him boxing, which made him, you know, taught him how to be successful in boxing, and it's the father is essentially is the reason why he got to boxing and was able to make a great living. Now, here's how sick this is. This is how bad you know it was for him. And of course, he's not going to totally, you know, totally throw his mother out there by telling the whole truth. But the father came home from prison. This how you know it was bad. When the father who came home from prison is more productive than the mother who's been in his life, who's been there, and all she does is drink, smoke, and get taken on tizzy tours, and he's watching this growing up. So the nerve of her to watch her son get physically hurt in the ring, and the first thing she think about is her house. They don't care about their kids. They don't care about them. You think Becky and Maria is watching their kid in the ring getting beat up? And are you thinking they're thinking about their house? First of all, they don't have to think about their house because they're with their husbands. The husbands and them together already have a house. No, you know what they thinking of? They thinking of if their son is going to end up suffering, permanent brain damage from being hit so many hard. Does he have a concussion? They hoping their son survives that ring. She didn't say anything about that. She saw her son get knocked down in the ring, and the first thing she thought of was her house. And the problem with that is that these guys are still forgiving. That is an unforgivable act right there. That there's nothing forgiving about that. She don't care about you. She don't care about what you do. She care that you are out there being a success, and she want to be a part of it. Even though she didn't nurture it, she didn't start it. This was nothing in her book. This was in the father's book. And he said that hurt. It cut deep when he heard that. This is disgusting. But this is them.